Hey guys, it's time once again for Dear Vera, where you send me your questions about cross-dressing. Now today's question, this comes from LaFile, and the question is, I'm not in the best shape and I know I need to do some exercising, which I have started to do. I was wondering if you have any tips for types of exercises that will be helpful with cross-dressing. Yes, I may do a more detailed video on this at some point in the future, but a few general rules of thumb I can certainly give now. What you want to avoid, definitely, are sort of the standard masculine exercises, weights, a lot of push-ups, anything that's really designed to bulk up the muscle is something you're going to want to avoid if you're trying to do a workout that's going to accommodate your dressing as much as possible. Because what you want to avoid is building up the traditionally masculine body mass or muscle mass, to be more specific. So, you know, the arms, the biceps, the chest, it's not really what you want to build up. And actually you probably don't want to build up too much at all. You want to get more toned, a little bit more of a slender look. So more sort of general exercises, things like cycling, running, any sort of aerobic exercise, things that sort of focus on the core are really good, because this sort of middle area tends to be a problem for a lot of us in terms of love handles and things like that. So that's all very good. You know, and the upper part of the legs, if you're going to target any area, is a pretty good area to target, because if you build up the muscles in the thigh, you know, not to any extreme, but just by the normal things that you would tend to get from something like cycling, you're gonna get a nicer shape to your overall leg, because it'll have that shapeliness at the top that just looks very nice. So, you know, cycling does that very well. Things like lunges, squats, that'll work on that whole area as well, which is generally an area that a lot of guys, it's probably a good idea to work on. So anything focusing on that and your core or your abs, a lot of male-targeted exercise would focus on the idea of the abs. But that area in general, it's a good area to focus on. And always remember that doing any kind of exercise on a regular basis is going to help you shed pounds. But if you're looking for anything that's targeting specific areas, go for sort of the hips and the butt, not in a work the fat off way, but in sort of a build the muscles in those areas way, and maybe target the midsection as an area to tone and work some fat off of. And that's what I'd recommend in general. Like I said, I may do a more detailed video about some of the things that I do when I am keeping up with them, because I'm not always, but I may do that at a later date. But in the meantime, I hope that was helpful, and until next time, guys.